Ever heard of the Trail of Tears? It's a dark chapter in American history, a story of broken promises, greed, and immense suffering. Today, we'll delve into this tragic event, exploring its causes, the devastating journey, and its lasting impact on Native American communities. Get ready to uncover a painful truth about our past. The Trail of Tears refers to the forced relocation of several Native American tribes from their ancestral lands in the southeastern United States to what was then known as Indian Territory, west of the Mississippi River during the 1830s. This wasn't just a simple move, it was a brutal expulsion, driven by the insatiable hunger for land and resources. We're talking about the Cherokee, Creek, Chickasaw, Choctaw, and Seminole nations, among others. These were not nomadic groups, they were established communities with farms, towns, and complex social structures. Imagine being ripped from your home, your livelihood, and everything you know. Estimates suggest that around 100,000 indigenous people were forcibly removed and a staggering 15,000 perished during the journey. The term Trail of Tears perfectly captures the collective anguish and loss experienced by these communities. It's a reminder of the human cost of unchecked ambition and prejudice. The roots of this tragedy lie in the relentless westward expansion of the United States and the desire for land and resources. The British Proclamation of 1763 had designated the land between the Appalachian Mountains and the Mississippi River as Indian Territory, meant for the exclusive use of indigenous peoples. However, this agreement was quickly disregarded as Euro-American settlers and land speculators flooded into the region, violating treaties and encroaching on Native American lands. The British and later, the U.S. governments largely turned a blind eye to these transgressions, prioritizing expansion over justice. This blatant disregard for indigenous rights set the stage for the events that would unfold in the 1830s. It's a stark example of how economic interests can override moral obligations and lead to the systematic oppression of entire groups of people. In 1829, the discovery of gold on Cherokee land in Georgia ignited a frenzy. The potential for immense wealth fueled the demands of land speculators who wanted control over tribal lands. At its peak, Georgia mines were producing approximately 300 ounces of gold a day, an irresistible lure for those seeking fortune. President Andrew Jackson, himself an avid land speculator, supported these demands. He championed the Indian Removal Act of 1830, which authorized the president to negotiate with eastern tribes for their removal to lands west of the Mississippi River. The act allocated $500,000 for transportation and compensation to native landowners. Jackson defended the act in messages to Congress, arguing that it was in the best interest of both the United States and the Native American tribes. However, his justifications masked the true motives: greed and the desire to expand American territory at any cost. Native American tribes responded to the Indian Removal Act in different ways. The southeastern tribes, deeply invested in agriculture, sought either reimbursement for their properties or protection of their investments during negotiations with the federal government. The Choctaw were the first to finalize an agreement in 1830, ceding their land for Western Territory, transportation, and logistical support. However, the federal government's inexperience and corruption led to widespread suffering and death among the Choctaw during their journey. The Chickasaw, skeptical of federal promises, sold their land and financed their own transportation in 1837, resulting in a less problematic journey compared to other tribes. The Creek also finalized a removal agreement in 1832, but premature encroachment by settlers and fraudulent land sales delayed their journey until 1836, leading to further suffering and death. The Seminole resisted removal fiercely, leading to the Second Seminole War, 1835–42. While many were eventually captured and removed, a significant number managed to remain in Florida, demonstrating their unwavering determination to protect their homeland. The Cherokee, under the leadership of John Ross, chose to fight removal through legal means. Their lawsuits, including Cherokee Nation v. Georgia, 1831, and Worcester v. Georgia, 1832, reached the U.S. Supreme Court. While the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Cherokee, President Jackson refused to enforce the decisions, famously stating, "John Marshall has made his decision. Now let him enforce it." This blatant disregard for the rule of law paved the way for the forced removal of the Cherokee. In 1838, the U.S. military began forcibly removing Cherokee people from their homes, often at gunpoint. They were held in internment camps before being forced to march westward. Many became ill due to the harsh conditions and lack of supplies. The journey was arduous, with many traveling by river on boats along the Tennessee, Ohio, Mississippi, and Arkansas rivers. It's estimated that 4,000 of the 15,000 Cherokee people died on the Trail of Tears due to disease, starvation, and exhaustion. A small number of Cherokee managed to evade capture and establish communities in North Carolina, preserving their culture and heritage in the face of immense adversity. Their story is a testament to the resilience and determination of the Cherokee people. While the Southeast tribes are most often associated with the Trail of Tears, the Northeast Indian nations also experienced forced removal, albeit in a different manner. Due to their more mobile nature and less unified political structures, numerous band-specific removal agreements were negotiated between 1830 and 1840. Groups like the Ojibwa and Ho-Chunk ceded land but retained rights to hunt, fish, and gather resources. Others, like the Sauk, Fox, Iowa, Illinois, and Potawatomi, were moved west under pressure from speculators, settlers, and the U.S. military. Some groups, like the Sauk led by Black Hawk, attempted armed resistance. While their experiences are often overshadowed, the Northeast nations constituted a significant portion of those subjected to removal. In 1987, the U.S. Congress designated the Trail of Tears as a National Historic Trail, a memorial to those who suffered and died during the removal. The trail was expanded in 2009 to include newly documented routes and sites. The Trail of Tears serves as a reminder of the injustices inflicted upon Native American communities and the importance of honoring their history and culture. It's a call to learn from the past and work towards a future of justice and equality for all. The Trail of Tears is a stain on American history, a testament to the devastating consequences of greed, prejudice, and the abuse of power. It's a story that must be told and remembered, not just as a historical event, but as a reminder of the ongoing struggle for Indigenous rights and justice. Now, I encourage you to delve deeper into this topic. Research the individual stories of those who suffered on the Trail of Tears. Learn about the cultures and histories of the tribes that were forcibly removed. Visit the Trail of Tears National Historic Trail and reflect on the sacrifices made by those who came before us. Most importantly, let's use this knowledge to advocate for policies that support Native American communities and ensure that such injustices never happen again. Share this video with your friends and family, and let's work together to create a more just and equitable future for all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more history lessons.